Hi, my name is Haley Murphy. I'm an engineering associate for the Technical Entities Department at AIChE, specifically for the Society for Biological Engineering. And today, I'm interviewing John Aunin, Executive Vice President of the Bioprocess and Manufacturing Department at Seres Therapeutics, as well as the Chief Technology Officer. Hi, John. He is the D.I.C. Wang Award winner this year. He's been awarded for his excellence in the biochemical engineering profession. Thank you for joining us.
Well, thank you for having me.
So our first question today would be, what does this award, what does receiving this award mean to you?
Well, it really means quite a bit to me. And I'll just say that I was probably way more flabbergasted to receive the notion that I'd gotten the award than Frances Arnold was about her Nobel Prize the other day. Because it was totally unexpected for my part. I've thought of my work as being solid, diligent sort of stuff, but not not sort of the flashy stuff that would get you great recognition. The interesting thing though is, as I was going through to form my award lecture, you start looking back through all of the work that you've done, and you realize, wow, we actually did a whole lot of neat stuff over the decades in the endeavors I've been involved in. So it's really nice to be recognized by my peer group, and especially so to be recognized in the name of my thesis advisor, Danny Wang. So it means a tremendous amount.
Yes, of course. Thank you for that. It was a great answer. So how did you, I'm really interested in how you transformed from going for your PhD and getting into industry. I know a lot of people say, oh, I'm going directly into academia, but for you, it was industry. So how did you make that transition?
That's a really good question. I would say that I probably had it easier than most. First off, going to MIT, which it's an institute of technology, right? I mean, it's supposed to be applied. And so, there's a whole mindset of not just doing, research for research's sake and sort of probing a question ever deeper. It's really, what are you going to do with what it is you're researching to improve human life? And so that was a whole bent of the institute. And the nice thing about MIT was that it had a real critical mass that had not just one or two professors who were involved in biochemical engineering. It had a whole host of them. There were probably 5, 6, 7, if you counted people who were kind of on the periphery. And that gave you a huge exposure to a huge breadth of scientific problems and industries. The nascent biotechnology industry, historical things like biomass to fuels and chemicals, which has had a renaissance in recent years, but it had been going on for a long time then. Onto biomedical engineering things and a lot of other esoteric stuff. And if you simply took advantage of that environment, if you went to professors' lectures, guest lectures, your fellow students, seminars, gosh, you just picked up an incredible amount. And I found that when I first got out of school and went to Merck Research Labs, that just stood me in very good stead. Just having had the sort of, and I'll say on my part, it was an unconscious foresight to actually just soak all that in, right? But it really did prepare you for the myriad challenges that you came across later in your industrial career, and I think that eased the transition pretty well for me. The other thing I did was really to get into the Merck Biochemical Engineering Group, which was, I will say, that was conscious and not unconscious, in that I wanted to go to a place where I had an opportunity to learn, but also to contribute. And the Merck Biochemical Engineering Group had a long history of excellent research in antibiotics. And Merck produced lots of new compounds in the 70s and 80s. But the particular field I was hired for, which was this new recombinant DNA biotechnology with animal cell culture, which was a very sort of a new thing then, had not been done. And so I could learn the basic principles and philosophies of how you set about that job with applying new ideas to new technologies. So.
Wow, that's awesome. It's really cool to hear. My last question is, so do you have any advice for young engineers who may or might not be graduating right now, but are thinking about, you know, if they want to go into industry or academia or any of their future endeavors? Like, do you have any advice for them?
You know, I probably just said it. It's keep your eyes open. Keep your eyes open, soak everything in, even if you don't think it's remotely relevant to what you're interested in this moment, this instant in time. Because you never can tell when something will come of use to you. I'll say the other, you know, couple of things that I would transmit to, you know, young chemical engineers is patience. Don't expect glory instantaneously. Sometimes you have to do the dishes, you have to mop the floor, if you will, to get the opportunity to do the flashy things. And sometimes you have to practice. You don't get it right the first time, and you have to have the patience to do it again until you get it right. So those, I think, are the main things. And then there's the old quote that you know, genius is 99% perspiration, 1% inspiration. So you know, keeping your nose to the grindstone and really, you know, treating your job as a career at all times, not as just what I have to do for, you know, this instant, this project, this next promotion. Think about it in a long-term, holistic sense.
Wow, I really like that. All right, I just want to say thank you again and congratulations.
Thank you. Thanks.